narrated by two medical doctors for accuracy and easy listening. This audiobook is designed to help prepare you for the all-important MCAT. There are over 7 hours of material covering just about every fact, formula, and theory tested on the MCAT, so you can study on the go. There are tons of tips, strategies, mnemonics, and sample problems to help reinforce the material, so you can be confident on the test day. Now, let's get started.
We'll be talking about topics such as the format of the medical college admissions test, scoring of the MCAT, how to approach science questions, how to approach the MCAT, general tips for studying and test day. Then we'll turn our attention to Biology 1. This will include introductory remarks, the cell, biochemistry, microorganisms, and chromosomes. Then we'll move to Biology 2, human physiology, the heart, lymphatic system, GI tract, kidneys, musculoskeletal system, nerves, skin, hormones. Then we'll turn our attention to genetics, reproduction, genetics, populations and evolution, Punnett squares, and sample biology questions. Next, we'll move to organic chemistry. We will discuss the following topics: acids and bases, alcohols, aldehydes and ketones, alkane and alkenes, ammonia, amino acids, benzene, carbohydrates, carbon, carboxylic acid, esters, ether, hydrogen bonding, phenols, separation and distillation, spectroscopy, and chemistry sample questions. Then we'll move to the general chemistry section. We will include topics such as covalent bonds, inorganic chemistry, Hund's rule, the periodic table, kinetic molecular theory, phase change, solutions, entropy, acids and bases, galvanic and electrolytic cells, molecular shapes, oxidation numbers, calculating molecular weight of a compound, how to balance a chemical equation, and we'll have some sample questions and answers. The final section will be physics. We will move our attention then to center of gravity, statics, voltage, vectors and projectile motion, circular and projectile motion, forces, work and energy, power and motion, stress and strain, density, fluid or hydrostatic pressure, fluids and motion, electricity and magnetism, and capacitors. We'll finish with batteries, resistors, magnetic fields, simple harmonic motion and energy, optics, forces, friction, Newton's laws, and finally sample physics questions. While the MCAT is a challenging test, this audiobook will prepare you to meet this challenge. By the time you finish this audiobook, you will know exactly what to expect on the MCAT.
When you look at an amino acid, you'll see that the carboxylic acid group and the NH3 group are attached to a carbon atom called the alpha carbon. This means that most biologically significant amino acids are alpha amino acids. The amino acid proline is not considered an alpha amino acid. That is because its amino group is attached not only to the alpha carbon but also to another carbon to form a ring called an imino ring. So, proline is an exception to that rule. In most alpha amino acids, the alpha carbon is a chiral center. In other words, the alpha carbon has 4 different things bonded to it: the carboxyl group, an amino group, a hydrogen, and a side chain. This means the molecule is chiral, which means that it would be optically active and it will rotate the plane of polarized light. Glycine is an exception. In the glycine molecule, the side chain is just another hydrogen atom. So glycine's alpha carbon does not have 4 different things bonded to it. It has a carboxyl group, an amino group, a hydrogen, and another hydrogen atom. That's why glycine is not optically active and it does not rotate the plane of polarized light. Since amino acids have both a carboxylic acid group which tends to give up a hydrogen ion and an amino which tends to take up a hydrogen ion, they can end up with both a negative charge on the carboxyl group and a positive charge on the amino group. If we take an amino acid and put it in a very acidic environment, the amino group will end up taking on a hydrogen ion and it will be positively charged.